Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films, back again with Doctor Who. Last time on Doctor Who, we had Flatline, where the Doctor was kind of stuck on the TARDIS because the TARDIS exterior had become really, really tiny. And so he couldn't get out, Clara couldn't get back in. It was a whole thing. Clara took up most of the, I suppose, investigation, while the Doctor sort of was on the sidelines, you know, just kind of talking through an earpiece and stuff. And it was really interesting, and we got some monsters from the second dimension that were trying to just kill because they were monsters, which I didn't really care for that part, but that's alright. And then there was this one dickhole guy who was just a dickhole to be a dickhole. And then the Doctor figured out that Clara has lied to Danny about going on more adventures with the Doctor, so yeah, that was pretty much that. Overall, it was a really great episode. I really enjoyed it. And now we shall move on to the next episode. Here we go.
I'm lost. Please, can you help me?
It's that way. Those trees.
I need the doctor. Are you the doctor?
Yes.
How do you know?
Do you have an appointment? You need an appointment to see the doctor.
You have reached your destination.
No, we haven't. We're supposed to be in the middle of London.
You have reached your destination.
Oh, stop saying that.
Does he have a GPS now?
Saying it. Well, do you like the forest being in Trafalgar Square? I think it's lovely.
Yeah, this is London. Oh no. Oh no. London has been taken over by the spirit vines. It's Cora all over again.
We'll add a torch, Bradley, not pocket supernova.
Zoological Museum. Okay.
To run through before...
Okay. So, I thought they were just already in the plot. They had a sleepover at a museum. That's very odd.
Wow. Sir, where are we?
What do you mean, where are we?
The forest. Okay, now they're in the plot.
We can't have been asleep for that long, can we?
Yeah, this has happened overnight. So much forest. Such forest, many Jesus Christ. It's the entire planet.
No, he called me, actually. I can't stop him calling me, can I?
I thought you weren't in contact.
London has just been taken over by a gigantic forest. Who do you want to talk to, Monty Don?
I want to do my job.
That's a
which is
good
looking
point.
after these kids.
Oh, really? How many kids?
What?
Where's Maeve Arden? She's with the doctor.
What?
I cannot believe Bradley just said please.
Really?
Yeah. He usually prefers other means of persuasion.
Oh shit.
Miss! He won't let me use dictionary.
Could try saying please, Bradley.
Jeez.
And Ruby.
How do we find X?
It's there, sir, at the top.
No. How do we find?
It's not lost. It's there at the top, look.
That's a good point.
How do we find the value?
Trees usually have rings to tell you how old they are. This one's got no rings.
Ooh.
Why's
Yeah.
that then, sir?
Because they're
The
brand
rings
new.
mark the years of growth.
Oh, hey Doc.
One ring for each year. Let me see that.
Ah,
Homework books. Why are these here?
YR.
Maeve Arden.
Ah.
Maeve Arden. Which one is Maeve Arden?
The psychic
Which one's
one.
Maeve? Maeve?
No.
Maeve?
You fucker, you forgot.
I'll go with him.
Oh, I can go. You can.
You haven't seen him for months.
Something like that.
You didn't even say hello. You just sprung straight into action. Special unit.
Hey! Do not touch anything. Anything. Okay?
Okay.
See? Maeve!
You're pursuing a little lost girl through a mysterious forest. The path has disappeared. You find yourself with a strangely compelling masculine figure. Maeve!
Any minute now, we're gonna find a gingerbread cottage with a cannibal witch inside. Maeve!
Exactly. The forest. It's in all the stories that kept you awake at night. The forest is mankind's nightmare.
Ah, yeah. You can't see anything. There's nothing but trees. This is what Shyamalan wanted into happening. They're dead. Ooh.
Trees not responding to flamethrower. I mean, they don't catch fire, they just don't catch. It's like they're flameproof or something.
Trees
Fireproof
control the oxygen
trees.
on this planet. They withhold it, they smother the fire. What sort of forest is clever? What sort of forest has its own inbuilt fire extinguisher?
What do they want?
The trees are airbenders.
What do you mean?
This is a massive solar flare headed for Earth, like the one that destroyed the Bank of Carabraxos. I
Yeah.
got an entire TARDIS, and I didn't notice this, but she knew. How?
This is Maves. Where did you get this?
You left your marking on the TARDIS.
Oh, great, right. Well, that's just brilliant, isn't it? You don't think Danny saw this, do you?
I've just informed you that a solar flare is going to wipe out your planet. You're worried about a row with your boyfriend. How does she know this?
Yeah.
She didn't put the date on it.
I always make them date their homework.
It's
Okay.
today's date.
Yeah.
Those wolves are terrified.
Of something else.
Balls frightened of.
Tiger. Yep. Where's Joe Exotic when you need him? Oh. Danny? Aw. Damn, Daniel. Sorry.
We are here always since the beginning and until the end.
Okay, this is hard to hear.
That's it. Who's calling you now?
The sun that creates, the sun that destroys. You are hurting us. Let us go.
Stars implode, planets grow cold. Catastrophe is the metabolism of the universe. I can fight monsters, I can't fight physics.
Why would trees want to kill us? We love trees.
You've been chopping them down for furniture for centuries. If that's love, no wonder they're calling down fire from the heavens.
Yeah.
But we saw the future. Lots of futures. Earth's futures.
So the trees are calling the sun to destroy the earth?
TARDIS. It's a lifeboat, isn't it? Not everybody has to die.
What, save the kids? Well, geez! So the trees are using a solar flare to destroy the earth.
We're all going. We're taking the kids.
Take them where? What are you going to do with them?
What?
Leave them on an asteroid. Find a space academy for the gifted and talented. They just want their mum and dads. And they're never going to stop wanting them.
Wasn't this your idea?
I don't want to be the last of my kind.
Yeah.
Then why did you bring us all here?
Because it's the only way to get you back to the TARDIS. You
Okay.
think you're saving someone? Well, you know what, Doctor? This time, the human race is saving you. Make it worthwhile.
Aww. Huh.
This is my world too. I walk your earth.
It's not my moon, but my world.
Flameproof forest.
So I guess they'll survive, but the humans won't.
Flame. Maeve! All of you! Quick! Quick, come back! Come back! Come on! Maeve, quick, go!
Alright, he figured something out.
It's there on the screen, look. Big solar flare.
Tuh.
Headed this way. 1,000
Time for a
kilometers
lesson.
a second. The good news is, it's happened before.
It has.
And you're still here. The Tunguska blast, 1908. That should have blown the whole planet off its axis, but it didn't. It knocked a few trees over. Well, a few tens of thousands of trees over. Curaçao in Brazil, same story. Earth should have been smashed. But it
Interesting.
wasn't. Whenever there's a planet-threatening extraterrestrial impact, trees, massive forest. You have some fairly hectic weather for a few days and some fairly trippy-looking sunsets. But apart from that, you will be all right. I was wrong. The trees are not your enemy. They're your shield. They've been saving you since forever. Protecting you from everything that space can throw at you.
You're really sure?
Right. We are going to call everyone on Earth and tell them to leave the trees alone.
Save the trees,
I do
man.
it.
Class project. Save the Earth.
Yeah.
Yay! That was a very interesting, kind of weird scene, honestly. So the trees are trying to save the Earth. That's pretty cool.
So, trip to space, anyone?
I want my mum.
I slightly want my mum too.
Tell them, Mr. Pink, what an educational opportunity.
You go. This is enough for me.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
One person is more amazing. Harder to understand, but more amazing than universes.
Aww.
What person is that then?
I told you.
I want to know the truth. I don't care what it is, I just want to know it.
Well,
No, not now. Go home, do your marking. Think about it, then tell me. I saved you from a tiger today. I deserve at least that.
Yes, you did.
He's very good about patience.
And yes.
Oh, that's so cool. Why do they never open the second door anymore?
Slightly awkward if the world was destroyed at this point.
Up. Hey.
They're back.
God damn it. Get the fuck out of here, Missy. Damn, she's got a good view. Hey.
that is amazing.
All the trees like, I'm a head out.
You'll all forget it ever happened.
We are not going to forget an overnight forest.
You forget a
Forgot
lot
the
of
last
shit.
time. You remember the fear. And you put it into fairy stories.
You don't remember the
They have a
Daleks.
superpower. Forgetting. Remembered how things felt.
What?
Annabelle. My Annabelle. I knew you'd be here. The thought of you came to me.
What? Whoa. Oh, the next time font is different. What happened with the sister? What? I don't know. I don't quite understand what happened with the sister. Like, she was there. Was she taken by the plants? What happened? I don't know. Y'all can tell me, I guess. I don't remember. Alrighty. Good, interesting episode. An episode where, honestly, the Doctor didn't need to do anything. Like, if everything had just continued, then everything would have been fine, you know? Although, he did need to stop, he did have to stop the, everyone from trying to cut down and burn the trees and stuff, so. But yeah. That was pretty interesting that it just sort of was a thing, you know? The trees were like, hey, we're going to protect you from the solar flare. So. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Now, I'm going to go back for a sec. I'm going to listen to what they talked about with the actual, like, plants. I'm going to turn on the subtitles because I don't think I understood it.
They're lovely. They don't like it when you're holding them. They want you to let them go.
Who are they?
We are here always since the beginning, and until the end.
Yeah, that's it.
We are the green shoots that grow between the cracks, the grass that grows over the mass graves. After your wars are over,
Yeah. Life of the plants, basically.
prevails.
Why now? Why are you here now?
We hear the call and we come, as we came before to the great Blue Forest, where we lie still in a great circle, as we came to the vast southern forest.
Who's calling you now?
The sun that creates, the sun that destroys. You are hurting us. Let us go.
You sent for me. The girl came looking for me. Why? Why me?
We did not send. Pain did not send thee. We don't know you. We were here before you, and will be here after you.
I don't know about that. Okay. Okay, so he misinterpreted that, basically. So basically what they were saying is that the sun called to them and was like, yo, I'm about to sneeze something major. And the plants were like, alright, we'll block the earth. We'll put up a airbag so that they don't get hit by your sneeze. And then the sun sneezed, and they blocked it, and they've done this before. They have done this before. Okay, so it's not that they were... It's not... Okay, I think I mistook, and I think the doctor mistook, that that the plants called the sun to destroy all life on Earth, basically, other than the plants, basically, to kill all the humans. I think that's the misconception that even the episode brings up, basically. You know, the doctor sort of misconceives that as well. Okay, I think I understand that. And so, and that's the thing, is that, no, it's not that. It's that the sun called out to the plants and was like, hey, there's going to be a solar flare, you know? And the plants were like, okay, we'll do what we always do. We'll save the Earth, you know? We'll block the Earth from being hit by this solar flare. And that's what happened. The doctor mistook that. So that's the thing. So honestly, this would have just happened whether the doctor was here or not, because this has happened before when the doctor wasn't there. Okay. I understand that. I definitely understand that now. You know what's kind of interesting? We've had 2 episodes in a row now that were on Earth. That's pretty interesting. We had 2 episodes on Earth where it was just some sort of... Which I guess this wasn't aliens, technically, unless you count the sun. But technically this wasn't aliens. They live on Earth, you know? So that's actually kind of interesting. But still, you know, this sort of, you know, weird sci-fi thing is happening on Earth. We don't normally do that like 2 times in a row, you know, where, oh, something weird is happening on Earth in the present day, you know? So that was interesting. But yeah, but I still like this episode. It was very interesting. We can go ahead and pop right into the notes. The first thing I wrote down, obviously, is the forest. There was an interesting concept, I have to say. Ow. Sorry, trying to pop my neck. Didn't work. Yeah, just this forest that is completely covered the Earth is pretty interesting, actually. So I did like that, even being like, oh, well, you know, we're in, was it Trafalgar Square? Am I saying that right? I think I'm saying that right. It's like, oh, we're in the middle of Trafalgar Square. And the doctor's like, oh, shit. You know? Like, he's just looking around. It's like, oh, this is not good. You know? So that was pretty cool. Okay, I wrote down sleepover. Who has a sleepover? Who has a sleepover at a museum? I didn't quite get that. Like, I don't know. It's not something like, oh, like I need to understand this. Like, no, it's just something weird, you know? But yeah, it's like, why did they have a sleepover at the museum? I just thought that was kind of weird, you know? But oh, excuse me. But I mean, like, you know, I guess it was still, you know, interesting, and it gave us our group dynamic for the episode. You know, it involved Danny, it involved the kids and stuff like that. So I guess that's something, but it's like, yeah, why? I don't get that. Why did they have a sleepover at a museum? I don't know if that's what museums are for. You know, tell me, have you guys ever had a sleepover at a museum? Comment below, let me know. I don't know why I decided to just say that just like that, but whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Is that a thing? Is that a thing that people do? They just have like a class will just like have a sleepover. I've never had that. I've never had like a sleepover. Well, I've never had a sleepover, I don't think. I don't know. But yeah, I've never had like a class sleepover like somewhere like that. I don't know, that's kind of weird. So I wrote down Maeve. It is Maeve, isn't it? Well, it's fucking... Okay. It's spelled weird. M-A-E-B-H. So maybe it's like Mabe, not Maeve. Okay. Yeah. That was an interesting character. Again, sort of a, you know... I feel like we've had this before, you know, the kid that, you know, can perceive things differently and stuff. I always like it when they do that, where it's like, you know, like, oh, we got to get her medication and stuff. Like, oh, this bad things are happening to her, and it's like, we got to help her. And it's like, and then the doctor is like, no, there's nothing wrong with her. She's just, you know, more attuned. She can listen better, you know? I always kind of like that when they do stuff like that, where it's like, where, you know, normally, like, society would be like, oh, something fucks up. Something is wrong with her, and something's wrong with me. I can't speak today, apparently. But it's like, something's wrong with her, so we're trying to, you know, suppress the issue, where the doctor is like, no, we have to figure out, you know, why she's doing this. Why is she hearing, you know, the plants and everything? So that's always cool. I always like it when they do that. And yeah, that was pretty interesting that she was sort of the contact. But I don't get why. I don't get why she was the contact, you know? I don't fully get that. I don't fully understand anything. It's like, what happened to the sister? I don't get that. Like, I'm trying to see. I guess it would be more here. Just move past the wolves and the tiger and stuff. Let's try here. Maybe there's something maybe I missed. Poor tiger. It's just got some light. It was very clever, though. Just shine the light, and the tiger will leave. It looked like a legit tiger, too. Like, there's some shots in there that it's definitely CG, but there were some good shots in there where it looked like they actually filmed the tiger.
Problem? Just decided it was best not to leave you alone with him. They've worked well together. Noticeable increase in confidence levels and energy.
Well done. And for saving us from a tiger, too.
Has she had a medication yet?
No, not a medication. We don't want to shut her up. We want to know what she knows. Maeve, what's this? Maeve, what is it? Maeve, what is this? What is this?
Apart from being almost savaged by a tiger and abducted by a Scotsman, she's got a nervous tick she likes, okay?
This is not a nervous tick. This is reaction.
Please, just give her the tablets. She's been in the States since her sister went missing.
So her sister went missing.
Maeve!
Yeah, they say it like Maeve. With a V. English people, your letters are weird.
This forest is communicating with you. Nobody else, no technology can hear what it's saying, but you can.
Yeah, why?
Tell us what it was, where it came from. Just tell me who did this.
It was me. I did this. I did these trees.
No, Maeve. You didn't make a global forest appear overnight. How could you do that?
She basically, like...
Come to me. Ever since Anna went missing, I look for her everywhere.
Okay, so her sister goes missing, and she basically, like, starts getting visions. Like, she starts getting visions. Maybe that's, you know, the trees trying to talk to her, you know? The trees try to talk to her, so she writes this down, which catches, you know, the doctor's attention. So that's it? Because she said earlier, it's like, oh, well, I can hear things, you know? She said something about, like, you know, she doesn't have to call her mother, but she knows she's home. It's like, she's kind of psychic or something. So...
I don't find her, but I find thoughts.
Yeah.
The big forest was one. I thought everyone would love it. The forts. The forts. They go so fast.
This is stressing me now. When I get stressed, I forget my anger management.
Fucking kids.
Can you see something that we can't see?
Nearly too fast everywhere.
Yeah, so she...
Everything is subject to gravity. If I can create a little local increase.
No, you are not experimenting on...
They're lovely.
So he basically slowed them down. He slowed them down in order for everyone to see it. But beforehand, really only she could see it. But even they were so fast that it was messing with her. I think I'm really trying to understand everything in this episode. I think I'm getting there though. So, okay. So that's where they have the conversation about everything. So, and everything with the sun. Ba-ba-da, shabba-da-ba. 1908, not 1808.
The Tunguska blast, 1908. That should have blown the whole planet off its axis, but it didn't. It knocked a few trees over. Well, a few tens of thousands of trees over. Curaçao in Brazil, same story. Earth should have been smashed. But it wasn't. What do these things have in common?
They're really, really scaring us.
Trees.
I love this whole conversation they have.
Extraterrestrial impact. Trees. Massive forests.
Trees!
With oxygen, pumping it up like a massive, highly inflammable airbag, so that when trouble hits,
Everyone dies.
no, the impact burns off the excess oxygen. You have some fairly hectic weather for a few days and some fairly trippy-looking sunsets, but apart from that, you will be all right. I was wrong. The trees are not your enemy. They're your shield. They've been saving you since forever. Protecting you.
The look on all their faces is so funny. But she gets it. Clara gets it.
Ring. In the museum, Ruby saw a cross-section of a tree. One of the rings was wider than the others and red.
Atmospheric dust captured by the trees. The fingerprint of an asteroid. Happy Red Ring Day.
I don't get it. If they're good, then why are we chopping them down?
The government is sending out defoliating teams. They're dropping chemicals on them right now.
What is it with you people? You hear voices, you want to shut them up. The trees come to save you. You want to chop them down.
Or you think you need to save the world when it's already saving itself?
I did admit that I was wrong.
Okay, I think I'm trying to understand everything here. The kid is what's really tripping me up, I think. So why did her sister go missing? Was it the trees because they specifically wanted to talk to her? But why would they need to do that? Have they always done this where they kidnap a random sibling or family member in order to talk to one person, despite the fact that no one else would have talked to this person because the doctor wasn't there to understand it all? And what does it matter anyway if the trees are going to just be there, absorb the blast, and then they're going to peace out? I don't quite understand the kid. Why? Like, okay, I understand, the kid can understand things, can understand the trees. We've seen that before on Doctor Who, where it's like, okay, this kid is, somewhat gifted, and can see things that other people can't. We've seen that before on this show. I get that. But what does this have to do with her sister? That I don't understand. So, like here at the end. I don't get it. I don't get it. What happened to her sister? Did the plants take her? Why did the plants take her? Are they trying to be a dick like that? Why did they need why did they need to contact Maeve about this? Have they always done this? Is contacting them why they took her? Did they take her, though? If they didn't take her, why was she there at the end when those little plants, like, pieced out? I don't get it. I don't get that. I don't understand the sister. Maybe I'm missing something obvious, but I don't understand that. I do not understand the whole thing with the sister. I get that, I understand that because of the sister disappearing, it, allows the kid, Maeve, to, like, be, more in tune and she can hear the trees and everything. But what does that have to do? Is that why they took her? Did they take her? I don't get it. So y'all can help me out with that in the comments, I guess. I guess we could talk about Danny a bit. First off, I did like Danny in this episode. I thought he was really nice. He did some stuff, fought off, but he scared away a tiger. So that was pretty cool. And then just at the end, just that whole thing with him was pretty cool. Man, Danny is such an understanding guy too, like, and he's always about patience. Like, he needs everything to be, everyone needs to be patient about things, or especially Clara. She needs to be patient before she does things, It's like, hey, wait, give it some time, then tell the doctor you're done, wait, give it some time, then come and tell me the truth, like, give it some time, mull over your thoughts and everything. So I do like that, but yeah, he did find out because she's been grading papers on the TARDIS, which is pretty interesting. So did they just get rid of Courtney? Because she was there earlier in the season, and now she's just gone. She was not in this episode. So, I don't know. Like, I don't know, maybe she just wasn't in, that group going to the sleepover, but friggin' Bully Kid was. That was really funny, too, though, when it's like, she's just, like, doing her work, and she's like, well, why don't you could try saying please, and you just hear this big crash. She just looks up, a desk is knocked over, and he's just walking away. Oh, I remember kids like that in elementary school. I'm surprised I remember that, though. I don't remember much from elementary school, but yeah, I do remember that. Which, these kids do seem, like, younger than the kids that we've seen earlier in this season, but I don't know, maybe the two of them teach multiple grades. I don't know. But anyway, Danny figuring out all this, it makes sense, especially after last episode where, she was lying to him over the phone and stuff. So it makes sense. Okay, so now he has to, he learns that she's still traveling with the doctor and stuff. And it's one of those things where it's like, oh man, he found out that she's lying, but he's so, like, understanding and so good. He's a good man, Danny is a good boy. So yeah, I did like that. The solar flare, we pretty much talked about that. Again, I feel it's kind of nice that it's like, okay, so I and the doctor both sort of had the misconception that the solar flare was going to destroy the Earth. Like they called for a solar flare. All the trees were like, yo, sun, solar flare, give it. We'll survive, but screw the humans, Whereas, like, oh, okay, the sun was like, yo, trees, I'm about to sneeze. Put up a shield. And the trees are like, thump. There you go. And the humans would be protected. That was funny. I just like the idea of, like, the communication between the trees and the sun, too. So that means the sun is alive to some degree, I guess. Unless they just, like, naturally detected the solar flare. Or, I don't know. The way they said it, it's like they were called on by the sun, which is pretty cool. So, I wrote down wolves and the tiger. That was pretty cool. Which, yeah, it seemed like some of those shots, the wolves and the tiger were CG, particularly when they were, like, next to people. Like, they didn't actually have their actors acting off of these animals, but there were definitely shots, like, the shot where he was, like, shining the light in the tiger's eye. That looked like a real tiger. So yeah, I'm curious as to if I'm right about that. If some of those shots are real animals and some of those shots are CG, or maybe it was all CG and I'm just stupid. Could be that. I am stupid, but I wrote down save him. This was pretty interesting that, when they all thought like, oh, well, the Earth is just going to be destroyed. And it's like, okay, well, we have to save as many people as we can, and it's like, okay, well, let's just get in the TARDIS. And I was like, I guess there's boys and girls, I guess, when they grow up, they can, repopulate somewhere else, make a new human race. I guess you can do that. At the very least, Clara and Danny can, get cooking on some new kids. Ugh, that sounded wrong. Oh, that sounded wrong the way I said that. I'm sorry. But yeah, that was like, I guess they could start repopulating too, if they wanted to. And then it was like, no, well, they just want to go, the kids want to see their parents. Danny is obviously not going to leave them, and she's not going to leave Danny. So it wasn't like, oh, well, let's save these humans. It was more of, I'm getting the doctor out of here, And it wasn't even, I guess it wasn't even like, oh, she's going with Danny. It's like, well, yeah, she is. She's going with Danny. She doesn't want to leave Danny, but at the same time, she doesn't want to be the last human, Like the Doctor is the last of the Time Lords. So, yeah, that was pretty interesting, It's like she doesn't... Which, basically, at that point, she would become him, After everything over the last couple episodes, and then that, it's like, yeah, she would be him at that point. So, that was interesting. That was like, all right, well, look, you can't save us, but save yourself, Just go head out to another planet. That would be some shit, though, if that actually... Like, it actually happened. God, that would be amazing, even if it's just for an episode, where, well, the Doctor just has to go out on his own to some other planet and try to make that home. Which, that was the other thing, too, when he was like, oh, the Earth is my home, too. And it's like, motherfucker, like, 3 episodes, you were like, it's not my moon, I don't give a shit. You guys decide, it's not my moon, not my planet, I don't care. So, I don't know, fucking assholes flip-flopping, I don't know. And then the last thing I wrote down really was the good trees, how the trees save the world, which is pretty cool, actually, that, honestly, if the Doctor wasn't there, nothing would have happened, other than, just the defoliating that they were doing. They were trying to chop down all the trees, which could have been bad. But yeah, I did like that. And seeing, the solar flare just bounce off the Earth and stuff, and then seeing all those trees, peace out, that was pretty cool. So I did like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Overall, it was still a good episode. I really, really enjoyed it. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much that. So yeah, with all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Doctor Who reactions, you can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit the notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.